With Spartan drinking trifecta. I don't know, Josh, if you have herpes, you should really get checked out. Welcome back to the Bois Only podcast. This is the 34th episode and the second episode of the new season. Today I have on one of my closest friends, one of my longtime friends, Josh Morris.
Hello.
Today I like to have Josh on. Josh is, like I said, one of my close friends, very into fitness, and also a veteran now. Served 4 years in the Army. Did some crazy stuff. I talked about it today. But yeah, no, I don't want to get into that. So, how you doing, Josh?
Good, how you doing?
Good. Anything about you that I didn't explain that you'd like people to know about you?
I think you hit it. You're good.
You're funny because you're like you're like an extrovert introvert.
Yeah,
I think
that can be.
Because when you're close with them, when you're close to someone, you're very like talkative and like very loving, and you're a great friend. But then if you don't know whether you're kind of just like really quiet, kind of come off as a jackass, like a jerk.
Yeah, I kind of. That's me just trying to read the room.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like figure people out.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's kind of how I grew up doing things.
Yeah.
So.
So you grew up. You were born here in Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grew up and you lived here in Fort Lauderdale first.
I moved around quite a bit. I lived in Fort Collins. That's where I was born. I lived in Frederick, Fort Lauderdale, and then lived in Julesburg, which is like 4 hours northeast, and for like 3 years.
You do like basically almost all your high school in Julesburg.
Yeah, then I went back to Fort Lauderdale.
What was the reason you guys moved up there?
My parents just wanted to be close anymore, so
Oh.
yeah. So we just moved up there. But
Out of all places, they just chose that of nowhere.
well, my stepdad has family up there too.
Oh, cool. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, it kind of was like
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
it helped out. Yeah.
So, and then when you came back your senior year, before we went to senior high school, I remember you used to break your arm all the time in football.
Yeah, I did.
I know for sure twice. Was it only 2 times?
Yeah, 2 times during football.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was.
It was every time. It was always kickoff returns and everything.
Yeah.
I remember in middle school, I think it was like 7th or 8th grade when you broke it, and you're just like broken arm, and then your mom just comes out in her whole freaking like uniform because she was working, I think.
Yeah.
And then she came out with the split. She loved doing the stuff for you. And you're just like, God damn it again. Like, that was bad.
Yeah, that was not fun. I mean, I loved football, but yeah, breaking your arm is not the move.
Was it the same arm both times?
No, it was my left and my right arm. Yeah, so at least they're even now. But
Goodness sakes.
yeah.
So then you came back to Fort Lupton, or were you? So did you lived in Firestone? But then did you choose to come to Fort Lupton, or you you were gonna go?
No, I chose to come
Yeah.
back for Lipton.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
So you didn't do any schooling that senior year to Frederick or Firestone at all?
No.
You just straight. When you moved back, you're like, all right, I'm going to Fort Lupton.
yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
that makes sense because it's all we all grew up together and everything. So
Yeah.
that makes plenty of sense on that. But no, yeah, bro. That was when you came back. I remember because it was kind of like a whole like, yo, is that Josh? Is that Josh? I can't remember if it's Josh or not. Like, is that Josh from middle school? And you hung out with a different crowd. And then I literally remember to this day, it was like a fire drill that we had. And you just like walked up to us. We were all talking.
Yeah.
Like, I was like just me, John, all those guys that we still talk to and everything today. We're like talking, you just like pop up and you're like, hey guys, what's up? And we're like, what's up, dude? What is you? Like, and then after that, I feel like you hung out with us all the time.
Yeah, I remember that. That was, yeah. That group I was hanging out before. We just played a lot of video games together. So it's like I was just hanging out with them for a bit, but they were doing stuff I didn't like. So I was like,
Oh, really?
yeah, they were in the same mindset as me. So like I had to leave.
No, that makes sense. So to start the first part of it off, like when we were in high school, you were a really skinny kid.
Yeah.
Like very skinny. When did you decide to make the like goal of like, I'm gonna start working out, I'm gonna start doing this serious?
So I really started working out like in Julesburg, but I was kind of just lifting weights. Didn't really know what to do.
Yeah.
I wasn't eating that much. I think wrestling kind of affected that too because I was like, I cut weight
Yeah.
and it's like, so it didn't really help. But I'd probably say 2019 is when I like started eating till I almost threw up and yeah, working out all the time. And it really helped. And then it kind of like the army kind of set that back because I couldn't work out and I couldn't eat as much as I wanted to. But after I got out of the army, then that's when I was like able to like. Not when I got out of the army, when I got out of basic, that's when I was able to like really dive into it.
Yeah.
And they got all the like supplements I wanted to get. I looked into like what putting salt in your pre-workout does.
What does that do?
That's called hypertonic osmosis. So what it does is like it condenses your water cells whenever you take creatine, and water cells can go in between your muscle fibers and makes it look bigger.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's why a lot of like these pre-workouts now have pink Himalayan salt in them.
Yeah.
Because it's probably the best one you can do.
Mm-hmm.
So I started doing all that, started eating more, started eating a lot, and then I started like doing a little bit of meal prepping here and there, and now I'm starting to get back into it.
So when you were doing when you're saying you're eating a lot, were you just eating, or were you like, all right, I gotta put in like 125 grams of protein, I need to hit 3,000 calories, like what are you, or you're just eating at that time, like early in the stages?
So I was kind of doing both. Always wanted to make sure that I got my protein intake, which was like my crucial thing. But sometimes I'd also want to make sure I got like 3,000 calories in. At the same time, that was like extremely hard with my schedule, so I kind of just hyper focused on trying to get my protein in. So yeah, and then I don't really call out carbs or anything like that either. I mean, I'm not really very heavy on carbs, but I mean they're essential. So
Yeah.
I don't feel like cutting them out would be beneficial. Yeah.
So, like, can I go to that conversation back to like the food and stuff, really? Because like, I tried counting my calories and stuff now,
Yeah.
and it's a little different. I just use like my Fitness Pal. I mean, for calorie wise and everything, and protein wise, that was pretty good. But it's crazy that when you start realizing what you're actually eating and how many calories are in it, it's insane.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm like eating a bag of chips, and I'm like, oh cool, and then I'm like now I'm like looking at bags of chips, and I'm like, oh, there's like 1,000 calories just in this one like full. I mean, they're big bags, obviously, but like I'm eating throughout the day. I'm eating a full bag of chips. I'll eat them like at lunchtime. I'm eating, and then I'm watching TV. I'm snacking on them. Then dinner time's done, and I'm sitting there. I'm snacking on them again. I eat the whole bag in the whole day, and then it's like I just ate 1,000 calories and stuff. So it's kind of crazy when you start tracking, because I try to keep mine under 2,000 calories, but like 125 grams of protein in that area. And then all the other stuff they just kind of give me in the fats and everything, I try somewhat to keep it under that stuff.
Yeah.
But mine's obviously just trying to like lose weight. But it's tough. It's so tough.
Yeah, like going back to that, like those little pint-sized Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah.
Like it has like two different calories. One one's like for the serving size, which is really not that much because everyone's gonna eat the whole little pint. It's a little pint. And the other size is like 600 to 800 calories in that little pint. It's like, holy shit, it's really bad.
And that's the part that comes hard too with like the protein stuff is like, there's some proteins in just protein like snacks and they do taste good. They're not terrible, but they'll never like clinch the sweet stuff that you want from like chocolate or like a real ice cream. Like to me at least, I have other stuff. I have like protein bars that I like now. I got some protein shakes that I like that are really good flavor wise. But like I'm a big freaking ice cream guy. I want to get one of those creamies, the ice creamies.
Oh yeah.
Cause I see when people make like protein ice cream, and I'm like, bro, I gotta try that because man, I'll sit there and I'll I'll crack. It'll be like 7 p.m. We ate dinner. I'm like under my calories. I'm cool. I'm good. And I'm like, man, I really want a freaking Sonic Blast. So I bought a freaking Sonic Blast, kill the whole Sonic Blast. And God, and I feel terrible because I ate this food.
Yeah.
But I'm like, next day, all right, tomorrow I'm gonna do good. And the next day I do good. And the third day I'm just like, yeah, I just want that Sonic Blast again.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It's rough.
So what you can do is, I mean, you probably know about it, but like give your days like yourself one cheat day.
Yeah.
just so it could help you with those cravings. So, say Sundays you have your cheat days, right? So you're not like driving yourself crazy with trying to like resist. You know,
Yeah.
I mean that's what I did. Like when I was stationed in North Carolina. Sundays for me, I go to like Mills and Company or this place called Zaxby's, just cause like it's my
Really
cheat
good.
Yeah, it was my cheat day, so I was like, might as well fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And really get into it. Yeah. No. So with like you work out crazy.
I
Wow.
tried it, yeah.
I think you do a lot. Like in my head, if how do I explain it? I won't go work out to the gym after 5:30. Like I'll go to the gym at 4 and stay till 5:30, 6 o'clock, and everything.
Yeah.
But like I'm not going to the gym late at night. You do that a lot.
Yeah.
And a lot of your schedule. But like if my schedule doesn't line up with it,
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna work out. My day's done, this and that, I'm done with my day. And I can use the excuse that it's because I have my son now, but even before I had my kid, it was still like, yeah, 4:30 or like 5:30, and I'm at work. I'm going straight home. I'm not gonna go to the gym right now. And go work out for an hour and a half, and then be home at 8 p.m. and go to bed, and wake up the next day, go to work. So like, to me, that's when I see you within the different motivation that you have compared to me in the working out, because it's like, you to me it feels like you have to go work out. Is it like a really big like stress reliever for you and stuff that you have to go work out? Like when you go work out, it's like, alright, cool, I'm good for the day.
Yeah, pretty much. Especially when I was in the army, I'd have a lot of like aggravating days, and going to work out just would be the only thing that would help me like kind of decompress and unwind from that. But I can relate to you sometimes with just going straight home. Like sometimes I'd go home and get like my gym clothes, and I just lose all motivation.
Yeah.
So what I started doing was like bringing my gym clothes with me wherever I go. So like I just go straight there from the gym or from work and then come straight home. But it's not easy sometimes. Like sometimes I really don't want to go, and then like I drink my pre-workout. Kind of helps out too.
Yeah, no, and that's like the little mind tricks that I've been taught now, and that's like people need to know. Like, there's just little tricks that you can do. The big one is the pre-workout, because once you take it, it's like, all right, I gotta go work out now, because either one, I'm gonna waste this scoop, and some of this pre-workout's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Or two, I'm gonna be itching
All day.
super at until I go to bed or whatever. So I have to go release this energy that I have. So that's a bit like, yeah, same thing for me. So what I always do is like. We're at Golds. I go to Golds now, same as you and Thorin. I know you kind of mix between them, but Golds and Thorin. And that's on my way home from work. And people are like, well, why don't you go to like the rec center in Lupton?
Yeah.
It's not a bad gym. It's not a terrible gym. I was like, but if I drive from work, my commute from work home is about 45 minutes, an hour, depending on the day. I was like, if I drive an hour, by the time I get to Lupton,
Yeah.
I have the debate, do I turn here? Or I go straight so I can go straight home?
Exactly.
And it's like, what do I do? And I was like, no, turn, like, and I've done it a lot where I didn't go to the gym. So now I'm like, all right, it's 10 minutes from my work. Get out of work, take the pre-workout as soon as I leave work. 10-15 minute drive to Gold's, get there, change. By the time pre-workout hit, all right,
Yeah,
I'm here. Let's go.
The other thing that helps too is the environment in Golds is kind of nice. You got all this other like really like profound people that work out there. They're really big, and it's like not really a competition, but you kind of want to like push yourself a little.
You want to match your energy.
Yeah.
You feel the energy, you want to match it, which I love about it. We both worked out at Dark Horse prior to Golds. I really liked Dark Horse. I knew you were at Dark Horse, and then you kind of left. You went to the Army, and then you came back. I don't think you ever went back when you came back from the Army.
Yeah.
But that was like the first time that I ever like worked out and I felt people's energy and stuff. And shout out to John, because he was the one that kept telling me like, dude, go to Golds. Because I was feeling energy, and I had to leave Dark Horse. It just got too expensive for me to go. Love the gym, but I just can't at this time of the year to do it.
It's really expensive.
Yeah. So then I was all right. I gotta go. So then I switched over to the rec center, which is cool. I love the rec center is cool. Really got me back into working out, doing the stuff. I got treadmills. I got all the stuff that I need. Only thing is, you go there at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and it's insanely packed. Like it's and it's Gold's is packed.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of machinery that you can substitute your workouts in.
Yeah, you can do
like
you can mix and match.
Yeah, like if all the squat racks taken, you can go and use the machines that they have for the leg stuff. Or it's like, That's it. I can go use the Smith machine. Like there's so many different options there, and there's like 4 Smith machines and 7 squat racks and stuff. The rec center, I love to death. There's like 4 squat racks and 1 Smith machine, and every damn woman's on the freaking Smith machine. Every woman is using that damn Smith machine, no matter what. It's terrible.
Yeah.
But like you're saying, yeah, the people there, they you feel their motivation, you feel their energy, and say, I gotta do it too, because I can't really like sit here and just not be that guy.
Yeah, and just kind of wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I like about Gold's. Another good gym is Arm Burst.
In Wheat Ridge?
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
It's pretty good. Similar to Dark Horse in the like building wise aspect, like
Yeah.
just machines clustered together.
The OG Dark Horse, I love that. I love that OG Dark
OG
Horse.
Dark Horse was my favorite.
That was it. I love that
Yeah.
gym. It was just legit a dungeon. There was no windows.
Yeah.
Single one inside. You just hop in there. The Wi-Fi didn't work really well. Like you get no service,
Yeah.
so if you had to go on the Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi was okay.
Yeah.
So like you're just in there just working out. There's really nothing stopping you.
Yeah.
And
That was a good gym.
yeah,
That was really
I get them. I totally understand why because they had so many. There were some days where it get so packed in there, and it was a
Really?
decent size. Yeah, I think after you left, 'cause I stood there. It was there for a couple more months after you left to the army, and it was. There'd be days where it was just like you really couldn't do that much because there's people working out, and those guys, the same thing. They're there to work out. They don't care,
Yeah.
and there is no like, they get their shit done. But still, it got real tough. That area in that gym, but it makes sense why they moved. I get it because they had so many members at that time. But so yeah, during that time, so you got me into Dark Horse, this and that. I think at that time was probably like the closest we had ever been. And then you decided you're going to the army, man.
Yeah. It was rough because that's when COVID happened. So
Yeah.
I got laid off from my security job, which I really liked, and then I was working at FedEx for 2 or 3 weeks or so.
Yeah.
And I was just like seeing the people around me that were like much older, and I just thought to myself, like, this is like a dead end job. Like, I'm kind of fucked if I stay here. So
To be told, we were like 20.
yeah,
Like we were very young in that
Yeah.
aspect to think that, but I get you at that point.
yeah, that's true. But I was like, I'm so fucked if I don't do something else. So I wanted to get like a step up in life,
Yeah.
and I reached out to the Air Force. I wanted to go to the Air Force first. Crazy thing is, my recruiter ghosted me.
Well,
Yeah, I didn't even take the ads up or anything like that yet. So they ghosted me. Then the Army reached out, and then just started going.
so there was no preference of the army. It was just you obviously you had preference for Air Force, but then after the Air Force, there was no like I want to be the army. It was like Army reached out to me first. Like if Marines would have reached out to you first, you think you go into the Marines? No.
I might have, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I said, I just wanted like to get a step up in life, and those branches would definitely done that for me. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So then you go and you go do your training during COVID, basically.
yeah.
How was that?
Sometimes it was kind of nice. Not gonna lie, 'cause we had to wear a mask, and I'm used to getting like yelled at and shit. So like when drill sergeants would yell at me, I kind of start like laughing and smiling. But wearing a mask helps me with that because if they saw you just laughing or smiling, they like smoked you.
Yeah,
like,
you go
make
for
you-
your push-ups
push
and all
up
that shit. Yeah.
So wearing the mask, like I could be smiling, but they couldn't tell. So that was really nice. Also at the same aspect, like having to run with the mask on, like we could only put it down below our nose right here.
Yeah.
That was rough.
Yeah.
Just having to wear it all the time was yeah.
And in your training, like what did an average day, once you got into it a couple weeks in, what was your average day? I don't really know anything about basic training too much. I've asked my brother-in-law who's a Marine. I've asked a couple questions to him. He's very like he's not very talkative in general, so I don't really know too much in general. What was like a day-to-day basis for you guys in the Army, your basic training stuff?
Kind of just depend on like what phase we were in, because we had red, white, and blue phases. Red phases were like obstacle courses, fucking rucking, just doing all this other shit. White was like when you got to shoot, gonna do all this like fun stuff, more rucks, staying out in the field, and then blue phase is like you put all that together in one night, and it fucking sucked.
Yeah, so I want to talk about that too. Because I remember having small conversations with you. It's like a whole like 3 days, 2 days? Or is it an overnight thing where you have to go and like do some stuff and like, sleep in the cold and shit?
Yeah, it was like 5 nights, 4 days. I don't really remember.
And I forget, you did your training in
South Carolina.
South Carolina. Okay.
Yeah. So that's the thing too. Like it was weird because when I left from Colorado, I was left in like August. It was like cold. Like when you wake up in the morning, it'd be cold. But you wake up in the morning in South Carolina, it was just warm as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like it was kind of like a culture shock. And then like throughout basic, it was kind of the same thing. Like there were some cold warnings, but not terrible. And then we got to the blue phase, which is the forge, and it was just so cold. There was frost building up on our beanies.
And then you just wear like face masks, right?
Yeah, so there was like frost building up. I remember a group of like us guys had to like get in a circle to try to warm up because it was that freezing out.
Ugh. That's rough. I can imagine that kind of stuff in that situation.
Yeah, it was. That's the time that made like running feel so good because
You get warmed up.
yeah, you're just warming up and running.
And what's the objective? Like they just want you guys out there and you're just sitting out there? Or what are you guys doing out there?
It's kind of just like a one last test, I guess, to see if you really like have it in you. Because you gotta dig a foxhole. Is like where you gonna sleep. You gotta wake up in the morning. You gotta ruck. Like you gotta push yourself to go like 12 miles and more. During the forge too, we did this thing called Nick at Night. So you're in like the trenches. And have you seen like Full Metal Jacket?
Yeah.
You know when the guys start shooting over the guys.
Yeah.
That's what we did pretty much.
Oh.
Yeah. So like we were low calling through the sand, and they're just shooting above us, which that was pretty cool. We did an obstacle course at night, which is also pretty fun. But it's like it's kind of like one last test. And that's one thing. You have to get through the forge. Once you get through the forge, and that's when you graduate.
Are you like, so during this time, in this situation, are you like, why the fuck did I do this? Or are you kind of like, it's kind of what I expected, it's what we're going through?
No, I was like, why the fuck did I do this? Yeah. I was hating my life. But like looking back on it now, it was actually really fun. I'd do it again. But I'd probably just choose a different job.
Yeah. So then, so you finish basic training.
Yeah.
You go through that, and then you go to your next situation, and that's what?
AIT. So that's where you like learn what you're gonna be doing for your job. Yeah, they just kind of force feed you on what you're doing. You kind of still gotta wake up. You gotta do PT. You gotta walk in formations and all this other fun stuff.
Physical training, so you guys working out, or they having what do they have?
Yeah. Running, walking, nothing fun. And then yeah. And then like you can't leave base still.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's like it's pretty shitty. But,
so then you decide to go to do for a job.
So I initially wanted airborne in my contract, and when I enlisted, this is the end of the fiscal year. So the only job available with airborne at the time was cook. Yeah, so I was like, I'm not gonna be a cook. So I told my recruiter, like, yeah, I guess I'll figure something else out. I don't want to be a cook. And he was like, oh wait, let me see if I can figure something else out for you. Calls me back within like 15-30 minutes or so, and he's like, do you want to be an airborne mechanic? I'm like, well, that's a little bit better than cook from what I thought. And I really wanted airborne because I just wanted to jump out of planes.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I signed a contract for that one. And yeah, so at AIT, that's where I learned to be like just some mechanic shit.
And what kind of, so your mechanic wise, what vehicles and what stuff are you working on? Like, what is the,
Just all wheeled vehicles. Everything with the
it's
wheels.
like Humvees and all that stuff and everything?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool though.
It was alright. It was not like what I envisioned. I also I met some great people when I was when I doing that job. But I wanted to do something more, I guess, badass. You know?
Yeah. Which I hear is a lot of it's an argument, and not an argument, but it's something that a lot of guys go through when they go through the military. Because they, obviously in my mindset, I hear Army, Marines, Navy. I'm thinking Marines, soldiers, SEALs. I don't know. When you hear about the military,
Yeah.
that's kind of what you hear about. And I have conversations with people and stuff. A guy that I know, he was kind of telling me about his time because he's a Marine, and his big thing is he gets told Happy Veterans Day, and he's like, I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Don't but also it's for us to me, I'm I look at him yeah, but you give them your freedom for 4 years,
Yeah.
or however long you did it. To me, you did do something, but to them, they're yeah, but I didn't go and fight for my country. I didn't do these kind of stuff. And they get out of a situation that these guys have, and they're I just feel like I didn't do enough in the military to feel that way.
I mean,
I don't know if you feel that way, I'm just saying people that feel that way.
yeah, I can understand that to an extent, but at the same time, it's like you said, I moved cross country, brand new, didn't know anyone.
Yeah.
To go to war if need be, but we're thankfully it's during peacetime right now, so it's how can you beat yourself up for people saying thank you for your service when you didn't really fight for their country during peacetime? It's what do you expect?
Yeah.
You just kind of gotta look at things from. Just gotta say thank you, pretty much.
Yeah. No, I mean it's big.
Thank you for your support. That's what I've learned. But yeah, I really wish, not that I did more, but that I just had a cooler job in that aspect.
Yeah.
Special operations or just being on a flight crew. That'd be pretty cool too.
I remember calling you and I was I think I was talking to Des, and she's like, what does Josh do? I'm like, he's an airman mechanic. She's like, yeah, what do they do? And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I know he's a mechanic, but I don't know. So I call you up and I'm like, yeah, what do you do? You're like, I'm an airborne mechanic. I'm like, so do you jump out of planes and stuff? And you're like, yeah, I'm an airborne mechanic. That's what I do. And I'm like, I didn't know. I'm like, have you jumped out of planes? Like, yeah. But have you jumped out of planes by yourself? Like, yeah, I have.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? So how did that? What was the reason you wanted to do airborne? You're saying that you wanted to do something airborne. What was the reason for airborne?
War zone, low key.
Yeah.
How they jump out of planes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they come down and fall, land on their feet and shit, and just badass. Oh dude, that's gonna be me. It's not me. Yeah. So airborne school, you don't pull the chute, which is fine. You hook up to a line inside a plane, and once you leave the plane, that line will pull your parachute out for you.
Oh.
It's supposed to. And you just kind of fall, not really gracefully, but you just a little slower than you would if you didn't have a parachute.
If you your first jump, were you alone or with someone?
Alone.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's the line you're saying, they force it for you guys to
Yeah, so
get pulled out.
Yeah. But sometimes there's malfunctions and shit, which is scary. But
What was your feelings your first jump?
I think I was first jumper, which was nice. So I was standing at the door ready to jump into the green light. So once I got hit, I just jumped out. I didn't think about it.
And then people hang. So there's nothing to stop you from not doing. You're I have to go. I'm the first one. I gotta go.
Yeah. So that's nice. I did hesitate on a second or third jump though. I wasn't the first jumper this time. I was third or so. I was walking down the line and I turned to go outside. And it's supposed to be all one fluid movement. You're supposed to turn and just jump. And I turned and I just kind of stopped and then I jumped. Yeah, so it was hesitation, but I didn't really.
And so when you're jumping in these planes, you're jumping out of the ones like that, like they drop the back gate, walk up.
Yeah.
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 So I'm like in my head for some reason I'm envisioning like you're like in a little plane up top.
No,
Like where skydivers that go and they do skydiving.
Yeah.
So like you're like one of those big ones where they go and they jump out like that.
Yeah. So I'm not doing those. I've jumped out of Chinooks. So it's a helicopters that have the propellers in the front and the back.
Okay. Yeah.
Jumped out of that. I jumped out of I think it's a Little Bird. I think I don't remember what it's called, but.
And they're scheduling these jumps for you guys. Hey, next month on the 3rd we're gonna jump, or is it like?
Yeah, it's like, pretty much yeah. You just have to jump because if you don't jump, then you go to army money, and it's like, yeah, it's bad.
But I'm saying like they tell you ahead of time, hey, you're gonna go jump on this day. Like it's all planned ahead. So you just wake up and they're like, hey, we're jumping today. Let's go.
No, it's like kind of ahead. Like you can, if there's also like other spots open to jump with other companies, they'll ask you like, hey, do you want to go jump? And you're like, yeah, I'll be down. But,
What was your company?
So I was third group. Fuck, I don't even remember the company to be honest. I think it was Charlie Company.
My brother-in-law for the Marines was Alpha, which is about that pretty cool.
Yeah.
And what is all? Is it like A, B, C, D, or is it how far does it go down?
I think I've only seen it go down to C.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe D. I'm not too sure, but I wasn't like in the big army. I was like, that's also why I wanted to go to special operations because I was attached to like Green Berets and shit.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, made me regret being a mechanic and not trying to go be a Green Beret or a Ranger or something like that. So, but yeah, our company sizes are like not as big as regular army.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So you did your basic South Carolina, and then you stood on a base in South Carolina right after you're done, or where did you go after that?
So
Or is it like a different base in South Carolina?
Yeah, so I went from South Carolina to Virginia. After Virginia was done, I went to Georgia.
Oh damn.
Yeah, and then after Georgia, I went to North Carolina. That's where I stayed.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't even move that much.
Yeah, it was rough.
And what was the one you stood? Is North Carolina the one you stood the longest at?
Yeah, that's where I was stationed at.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you went South Carolina for your basic, and then you went to Virginia for your like airborne class, or what was
AIT.
AIT?
And then Georgia's for airborne.
Airborne.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your favorite out of the place? I mean, I don't think you said South Carolina. You didn't really get to visit that much. Unless you did. But what was like your favorite one to be at?
I'd probably say South Carolina, just because of Nick at Night. That was pretty fun.
Because of what?
The Nick at Night, we're
What's
getting shot at.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah, that's what it's called.
that's
But then like AIT met like all my like good friends that I still talk to now. But then yeah, I don't know. It's like it's kind of hard to just.
Because each spot has their own little thing that you liked,
Yeah.
like that you didn't like about it. So you're kind of like,
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, it's really hard to pick, and they just have their own like unique qualities. Yeah.
That makes sense though. So then you finished up obviously your 4 years. What was there any thought in your mind of like, hey, I'm thinking about doing another term, or was it like I'm getting that, I'm out of here, like I'm not staying?
Yeah, so that's when I was gonna contemplate on doing like EOG or going to selection to be like a Green Beret. That's what I really wanted to do. I was like contemplating heavy. And then on my last jump, I tore my shoulder.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I tore my shoulder, so that kind of like that put me out of attending like my leadership school to like pick up rank. I couldn't go to selection for like another year or so, and then I couldn't do anything else. Like I was on like we have this thing called a deadman profile, where you can't do anything. Yeah, you can walk, you can't run, you can't hold a gun. So that I was on that deadman's profile until after I got out of the army. So it's like I could have extended, but I was just like so frustrated that it happened.
And what was the process that happened to that? If you don't mind me asking, like how did you tear your shoulder?
So we jumped out, and we kind of jumped out high winds.
So at this point, like you're 4 years in, are you still jumping from the line?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we jumped out, and it was kind of high winds, and I was trying to correct myself, like steer myself a little bit, and I oversteered, which causes me to like oscillate. So I started swinging pretty bad, and then before I hit the ground, I went parallel with the ground, and I smacked it,
Ugh.
and the wind, like a gust of wind came and dragged me at the same time, so I just pulled my arm out of place.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, it was rough.
Did you get like knocked out, or you just like hit like oh fuck, like what was the process when you hit the ground?
Yeah, I looked at it like, oh fuck, and I hit it, and I felt the pop, and I was like, oh fuck, and then I got dragged, and it just popped again, and I was like, yeah. And then I had to like roll myself over and undo my shit with one hand.
Yeah.
It was bad, yeah.
How long until someone got there with you?
No one helped me.
Ah.
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing that helped, I was like, I rolled over my left shoulder, and it kind of popped back in, and then I had to stuff my bag, and on the way back to the buses, it kind of like started getting feeling again, but it was still like super weak. Like I couldn't raise it that much. I was
And it's your left shoulder.
yeah.
Yes.
I was lopsided too. Like this shoulder hung down more than my right did. It was bad.
And how long does it take the process of you like getting to someone and be like, yo, I tore my shoulder. What like?
It took a while. I tore it in July, and I didn't get surgery until like August or so.
Yeah, but like when you hit, like, they take you to that like, emergency room, check on you.
No, it's
Oh,
like
the fuck?
yeah, it's like you can go see doc and like med guys and do a sick call and they'll like see whatever. Then they can maybe schedule you for MRIs and like X-rays and shit. But until then, it's a waiting game.
In between this process, are you like, that's when you're like put on the dead man, like you're just not doing nothing?
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
like I can't do shit. Really frustrated. And then I went to the PX, which is like a store, and I was just like, I was bored, so I was just shopping around, and I walked past the patches, and I saw a Colorado flag. So I was like, oh fuck, that's kind of cool, and there's no other flags on there. So I took that as a kind of a sign.
Yeah, by the time you go home and just...
Yeah. So maybe I should just get out for a bit, and if I don't like getting out, I'll just go back in. But not too bad so far.
I know that's how the whole process went when you tore your shoulder. I remember you talking about it, that you like messed yourself up
Yeah.
and stuff. God, that's crazy.
Yeah, it wasn't fun. It sucked, but I don't know, everything happens for a reason, so.
So then you make the decision, you're done, and you just drive back, huh?
Yeah. My stepdad helped me drive back, which is nice. But yeah, we just loaded up my apartment and just drove back.
So, okay, so that's a good question. Your living situation at that point, like you're still in barracks, you're in an apartment now, what are you doing at this point when you're like 4 years in?
So, the barracks on Fort Bragg were pretty like disgusting.
Yeah.
Like some of them had like black mold, so they had to get tore down and build new ones. And then you're still getting new privates coming into the army, so like specialists and up were told to move out and get a special allowance to like own an apartment and shit. And I was one of the specialists, I got to move out, so which is nice. So I got my own apartment, like 10 minutes away from base.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was pretty nice. But yeah, so like you can get that special allowance if you're married or if you have a kid. I mean,
Way more.
yeah, but I didn't have any of that, so I just got lucky with getting out special allowance.
What were they giving you a month?
Oh, I don't even remember. Maybe like 2,700,
Oh.
I think.
Well, what is the cost of living like in South Carolina? Or North Carolina you're at this point now?
Me and my roommate split rent, so
nice.
yeah, it was like 1,500 a month, so we split it like 750
Oh, okay.
plus the utilities and all that
Yeah.
shit. But it wasn't terrible.
But then you're getting like this, $227, and then you're still getting your paycheck of what you're getting paid, or that's like your $2,700.
That's all. Yeah, that's all.
Oh, still together. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. And then how do you get paid monthly, weekly, bi-weekly? How does it work in the army?
You get paid bi-weekly, so the 1st and 15th is when you get paid.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, I mean, like sometimes there'll be like exceptions to getting paid early, and it's like if the 15th falls on a Saturday or something
You
like
get the
that.
14th on that Friday.
Yeah,
Okay.
so yeah, it's pretty nice.
What were some of your like go-to things to do out in those areas? Other than work out.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Fayetteville's like a pretty like it's pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a question about that.
Fayetteville's pretty dangerous, so it's like I'd go out here and there, and I'd go like hang out at my buddy's house, but going out was kind of like it's kind of risky because I remember one day I went to go work out and I just got off work, so like 4 o'clock usually the gym's busy or so, and I pulled to the stoplight and looked over to the parking lot. It's completely empty, so I'm like, oh hell yeah, it's like empty. There's no one here. It's gonna be nice. And I turn into the parking lot and I see forensic tape surrounding the parking lot.
Oh.
Yeah, some guy shot up the gym with an AK
Oh my God.
over a basketball game. Yeah, so it's like
What gym did they have out there that you're working at?
it's called Fitness Connection.
What?
Yeah, so it's like sweet.
But it's like a VASA, like has like the gym, the basketball courts, all that, or is it like a
Yeah.
rec center kind of thing? What is it like?
Yeah, something like that. It's like a VASA pretty much. And then some guy like was running from the cops, like started the pursuit right in front of me. Yeah. I think another guy did a drive-by. We were coming off of the highway and we see this car parked on like the entrance to the highway, whatever. And you hear like these 3 distinct pops and just pop, pop, pop. And it's like, well, you know it's not a car because of the way it sounded. And you just see him peel off. Oh, fuck.
Is there no like gym on the base?
There is, but those gyms are like packed.
Okay.
So it's like,
Everyone that obviously on base they go, so you just try to go
Yeah.
out to get off it. Okay.
yeah. I mean, I just want to get out of the base too, like separate myself a little bit
Yeah.
more, you know?
Since you're in Fayetteville,
Yeah.
did you ever check out J. Cole's house?
No, I didn't.
Dude, I mean like it's like
I know.
bro, that's crazy. I mean I had to ask.
I wanted to, but I just never did. Right?
But I heard that's also not a good neighborhood either, where his house is at.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know. Yeah, that would have been cool to do.
That's good you did as well. Man, that's what I forgot you were in Fayetteville. That's like the closest city or that's the city that it was in?
Yeah, it's like it's pretty much like here's Fayetteville and here's Fort Bragg.
Okay. So they're right there.
It's like Frederick and Firestone. Not Frederick Firestone. Yeah, Frederick Firestone pretty
Yeah,
much.
but it's kind of all that area, like a small
Yeah.
area, it's all tied up. Wow. I wonder on that stuff too, because it's like, where these bases, because I've been to the South San Diego one, where they do the Marines basic. And it's crazy how it's like so, like, it's its own little city, basically.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, like you got your own grocery stores, your own
Yeah.
gas stations. Like you really don't
Have
if
to
you
leave.
didn't- Yeah, if you didn't really want to, you didn't have to leave base at all.
For you, like, you're living off base at that time now, you have to go through the checkpoint every single time, get your
Yeah.
car checked and everything. Do they know you at that point? Hey, Josh.
No,
Or no, there's
no.
so many people there. It's like,
There's so many people that go through the gates and like leave. It's, yeah.
that's crazy. And in size wise, I don't know if you know much. Where you were at, what is the? Is it one of the biggest, the smallest? What kind of? Like for the base size wise.
I think it might be one of the biggest. I'm not sure. Just because that's where they do the special operations training
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Yeah, and then like Marines do come. So like sometimes Marines will come down to Fort Bragg and do trainings too. So I think Fort Bragg is probably not the biggest, but it's probably up there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not too sure. I never really looked into it.
So now you're done. You're done with that. You come back. You work some jobs and everything. You now decide to go into law enforcement,
Yeah.
which is a pretty cool thing. Obviously, people know my brother is also in law enforcement.
Yeah.
What was the decision for that? Because for me, looking in, I assumed you would always be a cop anyways because of the way your parents are. They're both cops.
Right.
So I just assumed that you'd do that. I know there was a kind of a way in your life, like, I don't really know if I want to do that
Yeah.
and stuff, and now you're there. So what was kind of your mindset, or what was the thought process of now being in that spot?
So I like when I got out, I was just working at the gym at the moment and trying to work on my people skills and like trying to learn how to like interact and be like talk to people again.
Yeah.
And like I was just getting like I don't know, I was getting frustrated. I didn't have a purpose, like I didn't like I was like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And I just needed something to fill the void. And I was about to go back in actually. Like
Oh, really?
yeah, I was like just go to the reserves at least and then go back in. But then I was like, well, I'll just throw my applications out and see if I can get like a cadet sponsorship because you can't go to the police academy now without being sponsored. Which
Yeah.
is kind of annoying. And so luckily I got picked up and I got sponsored and going to the academy and it's like it kind of helps, but at the same time, it's not what I was looking for.
Yeah.
So we'll see if once I'm out on the streets if it's like what I've been looking for, like to help me fill that void. I mean, but I always did want to like want to be a cop growing up, especially going to SWAT.
Mm-hmm.
But just being around that for so long, I made me not want to do it. And now this is like I just need to fill that void.
Yeah.
So
Do you ever feel like a void because of like in the military you have like a certain set, not a certain schedule, but there's a certain way you go about it and do your things, and it kind of seems like everyone around you it has the same mindset and thought. Most of us are kind of forced to because they gave their freedom up to be a soldier. That concept.
yeah.
So like going into like the public world back, it's kind of like these people really don't care. Some of these people out here just are like lazy as hell, and you're saying you need something in regards to like the police force is like I need something.
No, I don't really need structure. I just need purpose. Like
Yeah.
I feel like I'm doing something good. I have had those thoughts though. I'm like, these motherfuckers are skating and it's annoying. Or it's like these people don't have fucking common courtesy. It's like it was just stuff like that would irritate me, and that's why I either had to go back in or I had to go find a different job because I couldn't work at the gym anymore. I just I'd go help someone and they just totally blow me off. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Or they'd be like total assholes to me and I'm like, try my best not to like be an asshole back.
Yeah, lose it on them and freak out.
Yeah.
No, I get you. I get you in that point too, because it's very. But also feel like too, you're talking about like the academy. I think it's different for you too, because you also did one of like the. Like I bet you, I'm assuming that the Army Academy is a completely different than what they put the police officers through in those points. Like.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's not very physically demanding. And it's more like academic and demanding.
Mm-hmm.
Which isn't bad, but
So you gotta know your rules and stuff. You gotta know the laws.
yeah, you gotta know the laws and you gotta know your case laws and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just so different.
You got pepper sprayed yet?
No.
No. You got tased yet?
Yeah, I've got taste.
Yeah.
That's not too fun.
So funny story. Desiree, I don't know if she's ever told you the story. Desiree has a story where she went and they checked out the police station when she was like in elementary, I think what she said.
Oh really?
And the one day that she went there was the day that your mom got tased.
Oh really?
I remember seeing Josh's mom getting tased.
That's awesome. I didn't know
That's
that.
so crazy in a small world. She's like, yeah, we just went and and obviously at the time your mom was working for Fort Lupton, so we all knew your mom because she was an officer there. So she's like, but then now she looks back like, yeah, it's Josh's mom. But yeah, so she's like, I went there and there's a day and we just freaking tased her.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's crazy. A small world, and how crazy life works out like that.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I have such a weird thought. I want to get tased, but then I don't want to get tased.
It's the best way I can describe it is those like the fake shock pens.
Yeah,
It's like that.
for your whole body.
Your whole body, and it's only lasts for 5 seconds, but the 5 seconds feels a lot longer, and you cannot move at all.
Were you standing or did you lay down?
I was standing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
I
like
think Jalen had him laying down.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was standing, and
Those videos are cool though. He's looking like a man to me.
Yeah. Yeah. I took mine and then like my left arm like immediately shot down and like I didn't do anything like about it. Like I just shot down and like I grabbed my sergeant's leg
Yeah.
and I just gripped it and he was like screaming because I was gripping it so hard.
He's like, yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
it's
see.
like-
Well, there's a video I saw one time like online, and they're tasing, and they're like they're laying together, they're holding arm by arm,
Yeah.
and they tase her, the girl, and she bites her
Oh,
teammate's
shit.
arm when she gets potentially. I
Oh.
was like, oh, that'd be rough,
Yeah,
dude.
that is rough.
Oh man, no, that's crazy. That's cool, though, no, man. I'm happy because it's something where now obviously I understand officers a lot more now in those situations.
Yeah.
How is it cool having both your parents in those backgrounds? You can kind of talk to them about kind of some stuff. Do you ever go to them like ask them questions, or do they help you out with your kind of like understanding the laws and everything?
Yes. Especially during like when we had to do like field sobriety tests.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know how to like work in your own verbiage, like how to tell someone to do these tests and what to do and how to do them and all this other stuff. And I was kind of like stressing out because we learned it, like we learned the intro of it, and then the next like day we like kind of practice it a little more, and the next day we did test out. So like we learned it Thursday and we tested out Saturday.
Yeah, it's quick.
Yeah. So I was like kind of stressed out, and they helped me like work with my verbiage and stuff, and like how I should say something.
It's kind of, so as I talked to you about, and I talked about it in the last episode of our podcast. They're very, very, like you said, they're very serious about the way they word their words because, or they phase their words because when I got pulled over and they had me do the field sobriety test,
Yeah.
and I'm completely dead sober.
Yeah.
I'm dead sober. This guy like, and I get it, he's just doing his job, but he's like, have you had anything to drink? I had one beer. How big was that beer? It was a small beer. Okay, but what was the ABV of that beer? And it was a 4.5 of a Bud Light. Basically, it wasn't a crazy beer.
Yeah.
And then he just kept asking me questions, and then he's like, "Are those shoes comfy? Are you good to walk in those shoes?" I'm like, "Yeah, these are comfy shoes. Like, I'm assuming he's having me do like a line, like to walk in the line.
Yeah.
But these are comfy shoes. These are fine." And he's like, "Okay, kind of call me fat." And he was just like, "Anything with your weight that would impair you walking?" I'm like, "No,
That's
I'm
crazy.
fine. Like, I'm totally fine.
That's
Like, no,
crazy.
like I've worked out. I'm athletic a little bit."
Yeah.
And then at the end, he's just like, all right, as you tell, because he did like 3 tests, they cut it off short. And he said, "You can tell we cut off our test really short." Because yeah, and he's like, "There's nothing." The way he said it was like, "As you can tell, we can find no evidence of you being drunk or not, like to prove that you were drunk or not."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "I'm not drunk though.
Yeah.
Like I'm completely sober. What do you mean?"
I think that's another thing that I didn't know, like, that's why I didn't want to get into law enforcement too. Is because there's a lot of cops that are just like that.
Yeah.
There's, I was told to like be the officer you would want responding to your like situation, and I know I wouldn't want to like.
An asshole showing up.
Yeah, just try to grill someone and like get all this to say, but there are, going back to what you said, that you do have to like say things a certain way, because if you do go to court, if you don't say something the right way, like the defense attorneys can like
They'll pull your footage up.
yeah, pick it apart and like just grill you. Like I heard about this one. This guy was doing a field sobriety test, and the officer told him to imagine a line directly coming out of your left foot. Go ahead and place your right foot on that line, and when I tell you to do so, start walking down the line. Take 9 heel to steps down the line, turn around, take 9 back. Stay on that line. Don't stop on this side.
Just make sure it's recording. You keep going.
Don't stop until I tell you to do so, whatever. And the guy's like, okay. And he was walking, and he started like just walking all over the place. Obviously not on the line,
Yeah.
but so they took it to court and all this shit. And the guy that was walking all over, he won that case because he said, well, I imagined the line to be like 10 feet wide, so I never stepped off the line.
Oh god.
Yeah, so it's like, Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, people like that, like, just fuck with you.
Yeah, no, good point. I mean, yeah. That was the dude, like, I was checking, I literally just saw a video of this guy, they pull him over, and they're like, hey, have you anything to drink? He's like, no, I just got off work. I'm gonna go to my daughter's graduation. And okay, well, can you do some field sobriety test for us? And he's like, really? Like, I'm not drunk. And they're like, yeah, but we feel like you were possibly swerving a little bit, so we want to test you out. He's like, all right, goes, he passes all their tests.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, we still feel like you're intoxicated of some sort. You might be high on weed or something like that, but we gotta get you tested out.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, like I'm fine. I'm telling you, like, you're gonna miss my daughter's graduation. I'm literally heading there now. And like, no, we're gonna take you in and get you tested, get your blood drawn and stuff. And they do that. He comes out completely clean,
Yeah.
a single thing, and then he sues them, gets a big old lawsuit from these guys.
Yeah.
And the city gets, and she's like, then the worst part of the whole body camp, she's like, well, I'm a field sobriety specialist, and that's what I'm known for. And then she completely fails on it. And it's like, damn, like, that's a big thing to do. Cause that's what I was talking about. Like, I talked to a couple officers about asking, like, yo, was like, why did you do this? Why did you do that? And he was like, you should have just rejected the field sobriety test. And I'm like, but that's an automatic fail, I thought. He's like, well, they were like, he'd have to make a judgment call.
Yeah.
He'd have to make a judgment call. So if you told him no, all right, well, that's fine, go on your way. You get home. Or he could have been like, no, I feel like you're drunk. I'm gonna take you to get it. Because I even asked him, like, I was like, can I just do the breathalyzer?
Yeah.
And he was like, no, they're actually not that accurate. So we'd like to do the field sobriety test over the breathalyzer. And I'm like, so then I'm talking to the officer people, and they're like, yeah, like, well, if you would have rejected, he just had to do the breathalyzer. Like, well, he told me that it wasn't that accurate anyways.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not telling you what's right and wrong, I'm just telling you the rules of what we're told to do. Like, I'm not the one telling you. And I was like, all right. So obviously everything was all right and good. But it was crazy. It was crazy that he freaking did that, because I just didn't expect that to happen. I was like literally just driving. It was like 11 o'clock at night. I was driving home.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah. And I get it, because then he explained, like, just let you know, like, as many times we pull over people that are drunk, we do pull over people that are not drunk, because we have to go and take these steps. Because if I see he's not swerving. I was like, all right. And he's like, if I see something like that, I have to make sure that everything's all right.
Yeah.
All right, it is what it is. I'm not gonna go and fight you on it. And that was the thing. And everyone kept trying to tell me, like, you should have told that you had a beer. And I'm like, but I'm not a liar.
Yeah.
Like, I had one beer at 7 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Like, it was basically a soda at that point. If I had one, so I'm like, I'm not feeling any kind of way.
4 hours, yeah, you're definitely good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But man, I want to thank you for coming on.
Thanks, dude.
We are about an hour, so I just want to
Oh, sweet.
cut off. You're good. I think you did great. Everyone, like, subscribe on the podcast. Like I said, will be coming out. This one you guys will be seeing probably closer to the 6th, I think is that date, or the 7th. So, yeah, Josh, thanks so much for coming on. Anything you got to say before we cut it out?
No, thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Back to Blue. Back him up. So, we're out, guys.
All right.